Basically, Anwar is my mentee for GSoC 2022, and he has updated knowledge of GSoC as a mentee. So I thought to invite him also, so he'll be answering some of the questions. So first thing, I'm presenting my screen. Ritvik, do let me know if you have any other question apart from these. Okay. So is my screen
Okay.
visible?
No, not right now. Yeah, now it's visible.
Okay. So these are some questions I collected. So just go through it and let me know if there is any other question I should put here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, these are the common questions I have. I don't have any specific questions of that sort.
Okay.
If I
Good.
get any, then I will add.
Okay. Yeah, these are the common questions because I have been getting it from so many students. That's why I thought to record our meeting. I thought like
Okay.
I actually invited one more person from some other college, but he didn't reply. I guess he was not active on LinkedIn today. That's why that's
Okay.
so recorded video will do for him. So first thing is that how to get started with GSoC. Okay, first tell me one thing. Tell me something about yourself from which college, which year.
Um, I'm currently pursuing B from B Computer Science from BITS Pilani campus.
Okay.
Currently in second year, uh,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay. So have you contributed to any open source yet?
No, till now, no. I actually don't know how to contribute to organizations, so that's the reason why I'm contacting people to know how to contribute to organizations and etc.
Okay. So first thing is that for getting started with GSoC, so there are two kind of contributors I have seen. One who has some prior knowledge and who want to contribute to some really big organizations. There are a few big organizations. Let me name them. Like Chromium is there, Red Hat is there, PyTorch is there. Okay, these are big organizations. So if someone is there who wants to try for this kind of organization, so my suggestion would be to get started from now only. Do some initial contributions, like there are certain bugs. If you go here, like on their website, on their GitHub profile, so you will see there are certain issues open. They have labels, you know about these labels and all.
Yeah, yeah, I know about it.
Yeah. So you will just try to go through some good first issues or some enhancement, something you can do, or even some changes in documentation if you are willing to. So try for those people, they should start contribution from now only. And
Okay.
there are another category is that the people who just want to get selected in GSoC. So for them, my suggestion is that you can start even now, and you can start when GSoC is announced. It is announced in March. Okay. So you have 1 month for giving your proposal. So 1 month, try to look for organization. Fix three organizations, or if you are the first comer, you can just try with one. Make good proposal, and then write whatever solution you have, and then be ready for the result. So this is it. Like there is no, I mean, like there is no fixed rule when you should get started. It depends. Some organizations prefer proposals which mention prior contributions. Suppose you have some prior contribution in some other organizations, and if you mention those in your proposal, then it will have positive impact on the mentors. Okay, and your selection chance will increase. So getting started early is always good for you. And if you have not done yet, then and you are close to March, then you can also start from March only. My case, when I got selected, I didn't have any prior contributions. I started from March only. I contributed during March period only to the Chromium organization. I fixed some of their warnings. So I hope this cleared this
Yeah.
question. Any question you have, or anything, any extension, anything you want?
No, like I just have a doubt how to start open source contributions. I don't know nothing about open source contributions,
Okay.
like how to contribute, like the pull
Okay.
requests and etc.
Mm-hmm.
How to
Um,
resolve issues and those all things. Like just give me an
uh,
example.
just give you an example. Suppose, see, if you wanna get just getting started, so what you can do, like just giving you non-technical answer, okay? Technical because everyone's tech stack is different, so that's why I don't go in that direction. But like if you just want to get started, suppose you are going through readme, there is some grammatical error, and readme, let me inform you, readme is one of the most significant part of a GitHub repository when it comes to open source. It's really really important.
Okay.
So you can just like if there is some error you or there is some line you want to add, you can just open an issue, like here, go to issue, okay? There will be an option to start a issue, new issue you can start. Suppose I want to start, I'll have to sign in with GitHub and all, so you have to give the label for issue, give topic and all, and you can get started. And if you are someone who wants to work on I mean like already existing issues, so go for label, select any like you want according to your, I mean like preference. You can go with good first issues or something. Suppose there is some problem in compile backend, there is an issue, okay? You read the problem, you know how to solve this, okay? Just here you just have to comment down, like see there is one person, I think he is asking, he want to is an turn, could you supply an enable script, okay, problem, you know what the fixes in our stack will, okay, here like they have their own solution. So suppose you want to work on this problem, okay, or you want some further information on this issue, so you can chat directly, chat with the person, like see, let me check. um, whosoever has opened this issue, you can tag that person and directly ask further questions regarding it, and directly ask for the person to assign this issue to you. If it has not been assigned to anyone, it's like first come first serve. If someone is there, someone already asked for the issue, that person is being assigned. But yeah, suppose one person asked and that person didn't work for, I mean like 1 month, so that is not going to work, so you can ask for that issue, okay? See the timeline when this person is discussed, latest when this issue has been discussed, you ask and you start working, okay? Does that clear your question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you basically like you have to choose, like suppose this is Python 1, there will be Python will be required, or suppose there is some React based issue, you want, you know how to do, how, you know React well, and you want to work on that, so on that basis you have to choose, okay? First of all you have to choose organization on that basis, what you want to do. You cannot like if you don't know Python, you cannot do that. But yeah, documentation, it's not a problem, you know grammar, you know how you can improve a documentation. So you can definitely first, if you want to get started, start with someone's documentation. If something is missing, something is wrong, even if small minor spelling mistake is there na, you can just point that out, opening a new issue, and then try to ask, I want to fix this, and that is also an open source contribution, you know.
Okay. I didn't know about it before.
No, that is also, even documentation these days are so much important that literally GSoC is coming up with entire documentation project only. GSoC is coming. I have worked on like though it was bit technical, we had to automate the documentation, but yeah, it was documentation only. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So is this question clear to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Anwar, do you want to add something?
Hi, Ritvik.
Hi, Anvo.
I won't be adding anything here, but in the next question, I'll try to be like tell him how exactly we can get started, because I would want to know like what tech stack Ritvik is currently familiar with. So Tasneem, you go on. In further questions, like I'll be explaining him better.
Yeah, sure. So Ritvik, it's clear. Everything is clear regarding this first question.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how to find an organization? So, as I already mentioned, you have to look. If you're looking now, you have to look on basis of your tech stack. By the way, what's your tech stack?
Basically, tech stack like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Node.js.
Oh, you know pretty good.
Yeah.
So, so there are many organizations like these, and I don't have the list right now, but I had that in my
Yeah.
video. So I'll send you the list, okay? I'll send you the
Okay.
list of major organizations. You, if you want to get started now, so get started with those organizations. Like Force Asia is one of the big organization. You can get started with that also.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know if I misspelled it. I don't know. Okay, I'll look after this. Uh, so first, select your organization on basis of tech stack, or if you're interested in some issue, there is some interesting issue you want to work, you can just have like start asking the questions you saw in that in this issue. Someone is discussing the issue, okay, in chat.
Okay.
So so like if you really want to get started first, I mean, like, talk to these people, the one who opened the issue. Try to know the issue, what the issue is. Even if you're not willing to solve it, like you think, I just want to know it more, I want to get rid of this fear of getting started. So you can just like talk in comment section. You can just come and ask for what's our details, can you provide me more details on this, how can I get started solving this issue. Or if you have already have solution, you can directly ask for the issue, okay?
Okay.
And yeah, contributing, this covers that, how you can get started with contributing. Now coming to this question, how to make a proposal. So
I have a doubt here.
yeah,
Is there any specific websites or something of that sort to which are completely specific towards contribution?
yeah, one second. Anwar, do you know, like, I don't have much idea about it. Do you want to answer this?
Sure, Tasneem. Okay, I have really simple steps. Ritvik, if you want to get started, like if you really want to start with contributing to open source organizations, okay. So let me tell you some simple steps that you can follow. Okay, so just now you told me your tech stack. Like, are you familiar with Git, GitHub, and all these stuffs?
A sort of, not completely familiar with it, but I know
Okay.
the basics.
Okay, so you are familiar with like how pull requests are getting merged, how to fix, like how to raise issues, how to exactly work with, and like when some multiple people are working together in GitHub. So, are you do you have experience in that?
No, I don't have any experience in
Okay,
that.
okay. Yeah, so like I was getting this feeling that uh, okay, so what you need to do, okay, so first learn this Git and GitHub. It's not like too much complex. You will find videos over YouTube that will tell you exactly like how what like not the all the features but the basic stuffs in Git and GitHub. And they will tell you like the Tasneem just presented you, like this is a repository, here is the issues section, here people chats, people like chat. And okay, so Tasneem, are you showing something? Yeah, okay, that's a video. Okay, all right. So you first get yourself familiar with Git and GitHub. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so like if you want to get started with open source organizations, my suggestion would be to view all the list of like organizations that was selected last year. Okay, So like the official website of the GSoC, they have listed out like, okay, so these are the organizations that were selected in 2022. This is the list of organizations that was selected in 2021 and 2020. So they have everything listed out in their official website. When you will click over some organization, and it will like show you like which student was selected into what project idea. A single organization comes with multiple project ideas. So in that way, you can get yourself familiar, like, okay, so these are some organizations that are currently active, some open source organizations. They have their GitHub repositories. You can anytime go there because there are people active on the GitHub. When you will first go into GitHub repositories and see, you will get on this, you will feel like the repository is very static. People are not chatting on a daily basis. Okay, but people are actually active there. On the contributor section on every organization page, you can find like a list of contributors. Okay, so there are some people that have more than 800, more than 500 contributions. By contributions I mean more than 500 pull requests or more than 800 pull requests have been merged into some repositories in that organization. So from there you will like get to know that okay, so these are some people that are really active in that organization. So okay, you can start communicating with them. But that is also not an easy task, because you cannot just go there and just ask with them, okay, just explain me about this organization and everything. So you need to first you need to first see the repositories. Okay, so these are the repositories of this organization, है ना? Then read its readme, what's written there. Okay, so these are the things. There are some installation instructions, because the repository is what, that's a source code is there. And before like you even start contributing, what you need to do, you need to run that repository into your own local system. So you need to compile that source code into your own local system, and all those instructions are written in that repository. Okay, so you will just have to do some brute force. You have to iterate in that repository, and then you will see lots of instructions on how to compile that source code into executable file, and how that executable file will run into your system. Okay, so these these steps that I told you was how will you find organizations, how to find organizations on the GSoC website, and how to get yourself familiar with the repositories. By repositories, I meant like there are multiple projects. Like you would have heard about VLC, right? VLC media player, right?
Yeah.
So that is also an open source project. Okay, you can find its source code that is available on the GitHub. You can go and just read its README. But the VLC has some conditions that you cannot directly contribute unless they have specifically selected you for that. But like uh, you will find lots of organizations, but you can start with the GSoC website. Okay, so they have listed out all the organizations, and then iterating with the previous year organizations, because the organization that was selected last year, there are more chances that they will be selected again this year as well. Okay. And one more step that you can follow to get started is that finding the Slack channels, finding the Discord channel, because there are many open source organizations that mainly do not just communicate over their GitHub, like GitHub chat section, GitHub repository. They have their separate Slack channels, and they have given the links, the joining link on their uh, GitHub main page. You can find many channels link. They have the Slack channel, they have the Discord channel. Once you join those channels, you can just go there and type like this, like, I am new to this organization, so if somebody is there who can assign me some issue, or somebody is there who can help me start contributing, please give me some issues, basic issues, so that I can start understanding the repositories. You can just state these things in those channels, and they'll like most of the people that had just started, as they want to be active in the organization, they'll reply to you. Okay, so you can like work over this, you can work over that. So asking your asking to get started, asking to actually finding some, if you are not like understanding the issues, you can just go to their Slack channel and ask for them. The people will help. they don't like it will like the Slack channel will look like okay, no, like everybody is like strange to uh, all other, but people help. Okay, so you just need to go there, and you just need to open up and just ask for issues, they will help. So there are some Slack channels as well, you can like visit them. Okay, so this is like I can tell you that the basic steps that you can follow to start. Once you have downloaded, once you have made one pull request now, like it will be easy for you to find other, because when you have run that software in your own local system, you will find that there are lots of issues, bugs, something is not looking perfect, or once you are clicking some button, that button is not behaving properly. So these are some issues. And then what else is there, is there in some big organizations there are weekly meetings. Okay, so where they discuss about like the present goals and the future goals, that is that they will be working on. Okay, so you can communicate with those active people in their meetings as well. So these are the some steps that you can follow to getting started with. Okay, so Tasneem just told you about lots of steps, and these are the steps as well. Like open source is not tough, but is not easy as well. Okay, so you need to like devote your time. All right, you're getting me, Ritvik?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So Tasneem will like continue from here. Okay.
Thank you, Anwar. It was really good. And yeah, I'll share this doc with you, Ritvik. There are many links to or some major organizations I explored, so you can try with that. And yeah, whatever Anwar said, you can definitely follow that. Mm,
Okay.
so I hope how to get started and these things are clear to you.
Yeah.
So now in GSoC, one of the major thing is how to write a proposal. That's play a really, really significant role in your selection. Uh, this is my template which I use for my GSoC, and like there are certain headings like you have to and introduce yourself well. And the thing is that if you go through my I mean like proposal, it will look very clear. It will look neat. I have removed the personal stuffs, okay, because I just wanted to make it general. In GSoC now we have timeline. Like it is around a 12-week project. This year there has been so much changes. Like it has changed. It has come up with projects of varying length. So it is around 12 weeks or 13 to 18 weeks or 19 weeks. So depending on your project, depending on its difficulty level, you will be assigned the length. Okay, so you have to write what you will be doing throughout this timeline, like first week, second week, community bonding period. Have you heard these terms, community bonding period?
No, I didn't hear about these terms anyway.
So basically, when you get selected, so first few weeks are spent on getting to know each other. You will work on organization, so you will be having some regular meeting. It depends. It's vary from organization to organization. How do they do their meetings? But you will interact with the different mentors. All the mentors or other mentees might have some common meetings on Gmeet or somewhere they want to, and like you'll get to know the organization, what the organization do, what are the issues, what is the I'm like coding culture there. Every organization has their own coding culture. You're going to open up an issue, you're going to make a pull request, so you have to write something on that PR, some description and all. So every organization has its own way of writing description, so that it remains clear and clean to future contributors. Okay, so that's what you will get to know in community bonding period. And in that period you don't have to do any coding, any work. You just have to know like what is your organization, how you can start. If you're going to make a PR, how will you do that, what are the steps, what you are supposed to write and stuffs like that. Okay, and apart from that you have to mention what you will be doing like in community bonding period, what we will do you will be doing in week 1 of coding period, week 2 of coding period. So this is the timeline. You should make this timeline clear, and it's not necessary that you will be working strict to the timeline when you get selected, but it's an estimation you are giving to mentor that you will be doing this. Okay,
Yeah.
and yeah, and give some your background if you have I mean like if you have some prior contributions. Do mention that if you have participated in other open source programs like externship, GitHub externship, or Hacktoberfest, or some girl script, then you can mention that also. Okay, any form of contribution, any open source program participation will really impact, it will put positive impact on your proposal. Okay, and something about like definitely why you and all. This is a very very general template. Okay, and I want you, like, don't want you to stick to it, because every year some new proposals come, and it gets better and better every year. So try to look for some new proposals. I can share the link, like, if you want, just for a general idea. But like when you're going to write your own proposal, I want you to search, like, on internet you will definitely find a lot. You will also find GitHub gist, like, if you, like, wait, uh, so if you go, uh, okay, sorry, authentication, I can't do that right now. So if you go to GitHub, there will be GitHub gist. Mainly what happens now, when you're done with your contribution, so you have to write a gist. So in that you will mention everything what you did in entire GSoC period. So mainly, most of the mentees, they also put a link to their proposal also, so you can get that from GitHub gist. Okay, uh, if I find something, I'll definitely give you on LinkedIn. And but you should do some search on your own. Okay.
Okay.
So this is about how you will get started write proposals, and how can you increase your chances of getting selected. Yeah, this is important, because for each project or for each organization there are thousands of proposals. When I was working as a mentor, so every time I had a session, I used to session with the other mentors and with the project, I mean, like, organization admin, and we used to have thousands of projects, and we used to filter projects. Okay, so it is really important, whatever I mentioned, you should mention your prior experience. Or you should also see every project, it's that, like Anwar said, it's a code base, right? If suppose it's an application, or it's some website, so you should first run that project locally on your system, right? And every I'm like, every project has some issues, some bugs. If you run it, you will find that bug. So you can definitely, like, no matter if your project is different, but you can highlight those bugs. Acha, your project is having this bug, I want to work on this. You can mention all these things into your proposal. What this will do now, this will give confidence to your mentor that, yeah, this person is going through the repository in a very good way. He's looking for bugs also, he's running that, so he's acquainted with the code base. Okay, so this is important. First thing is that you should run, try to look for bugs, and highlight all those things in your proposals. Okay, second thing
Yeah.
is communication. Like Anwar said, they have Slack channel, they have a mailing list, and there are other social media platforms also. It depends on organization to organization. Some prefer Discord, some prefer Slack, mailing list. So what you have to do, you have to communicate regularly. When GSoC period start, like from March, you have to communicate regularly with the mentor of your project. Okay, this will keep you in, I mean, like, in their attention. Acha, this person is working. I if this person put a proposal, then they will literally read your proposal. But sometimes what happens, they don't even read proposals, because if it's thousands of proposals, and some proposal is like nothing is clear, they just have put literary words, no technical aspect of, or there is no good solution to it. So why would a mentor spend time reading such proposal? They will directly reject that proposal. Why would they spend? So you should first talk to, second, you should talk to mentor. You should I'm like, get some attention. Acha, you are working on this project, you're doing this, keep asking your doubts, try to get clarification on the project. What the project is, there is some project, some problem statement will be there. So you should keep on getting some clarifications. Okay, next, like, yeah, there will be some review period. When you are writing, it starts in March, you're writing proposal. So by the end of March, there is one week period, a 1 week, yeah, I guess around 1 week period, where you ask the mentor to give review on your proposal. So this phase is really important. If a mentor is giving some positive review, or if even if was mentor is suggesting some change to make some changes in your proposals, so it means that mentor is spending some time reading your proposal. Okay, so your proposal is getting some attention from mentor, so your solution is being considered, your solution might be considered. So many students, what they do, they spend a lot of time making a proposal, but because of fear or because of some time issue, they don't talk to mentor during review period, and they don't get selected. Most of the time I've seen, like, if in review period you're not getting any review from mentor, so most of the time you won't get selected. Okay, so you should communicate with mentor. Okay, this is one of the important step, and whatever your mentor suggests you, make this changes in your proposal, you should make those changes, and again ask them if this is okay now or not. Okay, is
Yeah,
that clear?
yeah,
And one more thing, suppose you are making a proposal, suppose in your problem statement there is one you have to improve the UI, and what you can do now, you can like make some UI of your own. You can put snippet of those. Yeah, it's important, like graphical presentation is really important. It will make your proposal look more attractive, okay, and more detailed. So you can do that, like don't put words only. Okay, try to make like if in my case what happened, I had to make networks. So I had to find out there were so many classes in my entire repository. So what I did, I used some online application. I made networks of all those classes, and I pictured them, and my mentor was really happy with that, because my mentor didn't even know, okay, something like this can be done. So he really appreciated my proposal, because it was really clean. So this is also another point you should keep in mind, like if it's UI thing, or some you can generate some graphical presentation, so you should do that in your proposal. Okay, and
yeah,
if you have multiple approach to a solution, multiple approach, so you can mention all those approach. Yeah, though you will have one approach in your mind which will be your final approach, but even the brute force approach, whichever approach you have, you should mention all those approach. Okay,
yeah.
so is this clear now?
Yes, yes.
So now coming to GSoC motto. So like basically you want to get selected in GSoC, that is good, really good. But what happened to those who don't get selected in GSoC? So GSoC, its main motto is that you should get started with open source contribution. GSoC, though GSoC certificate is important, I understand that, but your open source contribution is more important. If you start contribution, then see, suppose you are learning front end, you are doing it from YouTube, it will take time, right? It can take around 6 months to be really good at UI, right? But
Yeah,
if you're starting from open source contribution, you are working on some real life issues, some practical issues. Those are projects which are being used. Okay, chromium is being used. Okay, palisa's foundation has that application talaba which is being used. You're solving problem of some real life application, it's not some dummy project. So it has, like, you will get a really good confidence, you will learn a lot. So even if you don't get selected, don't lose your hopes, keep contributing, because you are in third year, you will go to second, you'll go third and fourth. So you will definitely learn something, I know that. And there are so many other programs also, like externship is there, mlh is there, and this github, there is one hacktoberfest is there. So you can definitely try other things. And GSoC, like GSoC, there is another program like Google Season of Dogs. Do you know about this?
yeah, I know about it. I heard about it, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Oh, I was one of the mentor in Google Season of Dogs also for this year. So it's
Oh,
like GSoC only. You have to write proposals, but it's more over like documentation task. Okay, but
okay.
you are paid better in GSOD than in comparison to GSoC. But both programs are really interesting. If you want to, I can guide you in that also some other day, because it will get really long. Don't want to
Yeah,
stretch it out. Okay, so about a stipend and all. And where do you want to know about a stipend?
Currently, no. Currently, I want to spend much time on open source contribution. Obviously, I will be uh, doing some work to get into GSoC. So
Okay.
stipend is not much important for me.
Yeah, that's a really good answer, and I'm really happy like you're not concerned at all, because some students comes up and like they have heard like it pays, you are being paid really good, so they are more into stipend. But like the thing is that open source contribution is really good. Even like, let me tell you one thing, my I had open source contribution and I'm in fourth year, so I got placed, and the company where I got placed, they are more into open source, and it benefited a lot. Like during interview I was able to speak a lot on open source. They had their own project, so I spoke a lot, and it played significant role in my selection. So this is another benefit you'll get from GSoC. Are you getting my point?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, these are, I'm like there is one post on GSoC website how you can be ready for 2023. You can go through it. Okay. And these are some organizations and some other open source programs you can participate. And this is my YouTube video. If you want, you can go through it. You can, I'm like, when I was a mentee, I had explained my project in detail, so you can know this better. So anything else you want to know?
No, right now I don't have any. If I have any, then I'll contact you on LinkedIn or any other social media platform.
Okay, one second. Anwar, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, as Ritvik just told that he's not very much interested in stipend. That's a good thing. So GSoC also provides this extra feature, like you can tell them voluntarily that you don't need any stipend. You will work without stipend. So that's an
Yeah, okay.
that's an option there. Okay, so you can just follow. And this session like went too much in like there was too much information in this session. So were you able to follow everything with it?
Yeah, I'll be able to follow
Yeah.
most of
Okay.
this stuff.
Okay. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. Anwar Sayed.
Yeah,
So if you will have any further doubts or anything, so you can
yeah,
let us
sure.
think. Okay. And like in your college, if your club, like if you have joined any club and it's like people there want to like actually meet with some GSoC people, so you can communicate with us again. Like these are some people they can guide us. Well, okay. So we can do
Yeah,
that.
sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's everything is clear. I know it's overwhelming because it was way too much information for you.
Yeah, yeah, it was a
Yeah,
bit much.
yeah. So you do one thing. You share me your email ID on LinkedIn. I'm like, I'll give access to this doc.
Yeah,
And
okay.
is there any open source culture in your college?
No, as much as I know, there is no open source culture kind of thing in my college. Maybe there is, but I don't know about it. So,
Okay, got it. It's okay. Okay, we can wrap up. And like, if you ever have any question, then you can definitely like reach out to me. And yeah, my organization Palaces Foundation, it will be coming next year also, or both
okay.
GSoC and GSOD. So if you want, you can like look for this organization, Palaces
Yeah,
Foundation. Wait, I'll write down the name in chat. You can know about this if if you want. It has some really good projects, and it comes in other like programs also, like externship, MLH. So if you want to
okay.
get started, this can be an option. Okay, and do
Okay.
reach out to us if you want. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.